In this video, I will share with you some of my secrets on how to throw a successful birthday party for children between 3 and 7 years old, and I will use my Snow White game program as an example. I like to start my parties by presenting children with a little intriguing challenge that they would need to solve through a variety of tasks. And in this case, I told the children that the evil queen has cast a spell on the birthday cake and that we would not be able to have the cake until the spell is removed. In order to remove the spell, children would need to complete a variety of tasks, and for each of those completed tasks, they would receive a piece of the enchanted apple. Once the whole apple is assembled, we will be able to break the spell and to enjoy the birthday cake together. Depending on the age and number of the participants, I recommend having between 3 and 7 challenges. Make sure that you have a diversity in your tasks and that each of those tasks involves as many of you guests as possible. I usually start with an easy but fun physical warm-up activity. This time I told the children they were turning into a giant centipede. They had to listen to my directions and to complete the tasks while still holding on to each other's shoulders and trying not to fall apart. Some of the directions you can give them are squat down and walk forward, now stand up and walk backwards, hop on one foot, stick out the opposite arm and walk backwards, stick your tail out, and so on. After the children received their first piece of the enchanted apple, we moved on to the next task, which was to make bubbles disappear. I gave each of the children a magic wand, which, by the way, we made ourselves at home from unused pencils, also glittery tape, and golden paper plates, as I love teaching children to be resourceful and this way to save earth and money. Anyways, children at the birthday party loved making those bubbles disappear, and when the last bubble was gone, they received their second piece of the enchanted apple. Next, we play one of my favorite games to play with children at parties, which is a miniature version of the parachute game. I bring my colorful umbrella and a lot of balloons. This time I told the children that they were little Snow White gnomes who were digging for gold, which was represented by the yellow balloons. Listening to the cheerful music, they had to run around and collect those balloons and to throw them into my umbrella. But when they heard the forest monsters in the soundtrack, they had to quickly run up to me and hide under my umbrella. They absolutely love standing under the umbrella while all of the balloons are flying around. In the next challenge, I asked the children to divide into 2 teams and to have a short race in which they had to use plastic spoons to fish out some yucky bugs that, of course, the evil queen put in. And then at the end, we had to count which team had more bugs fished out. If you feel like the adults wouldn't mind to play a game and help out children, throw in a good old tug of war. It's always a lot of fun. After the last challenge, we completed the apple and went back to the cake. We said a couple of magic words, whatever comes to mind for you. It's better if it's rhyming. And then the cake came alive, and it was time for me to leave and for the children to eat the cake and open up the presents. If you found this video helpful and would like to get more ideas for your birthday parties, please like and subscribe. Thank you.